Today on SVG News, we take a look at all the times the internet's faceless boyfriend almost done goofed. Plus, this lad's only crime was loving Call of Duty, in addition to the whole armed robbery thing.
I should have started with that.
Are we live?
Life isn't easy for the enigmatic YouTuber known as Corpse Husband. He's transformed from a reader of spooky tales into a pop culture sensation. And though good things have come from his fame, it's also made keeping his identity hidden a lot more challenging. Corpse isn't quite ready to reveal who he is just yet, and as such, it shouldn't surprise anyone that one of his biggest fears is being found out. There are a few instances where he's nearly slipped up though, and had that veil of anonymity torn down for all the world to see.
You know how scared I am? My reflection in my monitor was just showing, and then I was like, wait, can they see that on stream?
Corpse recounted one of these episodes during a 2017 question and answer livestream. When someone asked if he'd ever been recognized in public, he responded, quote, sort of, not entirely. He went on to tell a story about how someone had asked him if he was in a certain place at a certain time, because they'd heard a voice that sounded like Corpse Husband's. The YouTuber revealed that he was indeed there, but no confrontation ever took place.
They didn't come up to me or anything. So it wasn't like, oh my god, I know who you are, sort of thing.
Another close call, however, had the potential to be the Corpse Husband reveal so many fans are eager for. During a stream in November 2020, Corpse offered some insight into his life as an anonymous YouTuber.
I still get up and I just go to my computer. I don't go outside, as I'm sure a lot of you know now.
After that, however, Corpse made a startling revelation, one he seemed hesitant at first to share publicly.
I did get recognized for my voice in person the other day. In a drive-through. I won't say any more than that, but it was scary.
The good news for Corpse Husband, at least, is that his fans either have bad memories or have chosen to respect his wishes. Despite these two near misses, the YouTuber's identity has remained a secret, allowing him to keep that slim barrier between real life and internet life intact. Corpse Husband has talked in the past about why he never shows himself, even though he feels such a move will inevitably happen someday. For now though, Corpse is still very much an online phantom, a man with a very recognizable voice, but one without a face to match it with.
It's spooky.
Sometimes the urge to play a new video game can become overwhelming. The last thing you want is to feel like you're the only one of your friends not playing through the latest and greatest titles. A man in Birmingham, England recently followed the call of Call of Duty right to prison. According to a report from the West Midlands Police, an escaped prisoner was found out in public breaking mandatory COVID-19 lockdowns. When asked why he was out and about, 36-year-old Clint Butler replied,
I want to get the new Call of Duty because I can't sit around in lockdown.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
The encounter quickly became violent. Butler attacked the officers after they began to question Butler and the friend who accompanied him on his shopping trip. Following a brief altercation in which Butler kicked one officer in the groin, Butler was restrained by officers using incapacitant spray and placed in custody. This is when the police discovered that he had given them a false name.
Griffin.
In reality, Clint Butler was serving a 17-year sentence for armed robbery and had recently escaped from prison. Butler apparently became very bored while hiding out from police, which is why he decided to step out to snag Call of Duty. Following this run-in with the police, just under 2 additional years have been added onto Butler's sentence, 13 months for the prison break and 6 months for attacking the officer. In a statement to the public, West Midlands Police Superintendent Nick Rowe commended the officers on a job well done. Rowe said, "The situation escalated really quickly, but both PCs put their training to good effect." Rowe also put in a jab at the astounding reason why Butler was caught, adding, quote, "Why he decided to risk being returned to prison by making the idiotic decision to come into town during lockdown with a friend to buy a video game will remain a bit of a mystery. This is not the first time that someone has been arrested for breaking quarantine to get a head start on gaming. In March 2020, shortly after mandatory lockdowns were enacted in Italy, a man was caught sneaking outside to play Pokemon Go. Although this gamer had the airtight defense of, "I have to hunt the Pokemon!" he ended up being arrested. Of course, unlike the fellow buying the new Call of Duty, this aspiring Pokemon trainer was not an escaped prisoner.
Here we go!